Welcome back, Fuck My Work Life podcast.
Hello.
I am Jay.
I am Kay.
We bring you very good podcast today, talk stories about work.
That's right.
Yes.
Hi, everyone.
I drink Bloody Mary.
Yeah, Jay's drinking some Bloody Marys.
I'll stop.
So, full disclosure, we got real drunk Friday night and recorded an episode. And
it was pretty fucking awesome. I thought it was fun.
We went off on some tangents.
Yeah, we did.
And
we definitely did. Lost all of it.
Lost pretty much like 75% of it, and I have no idea how. I went to edit it, and I was like,
It ain't the alcohol either, so don't think that.
I mean, maybe, but I think it was a weird glitch with our software. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. So we are doing take 2 today of episode 14.
Yep.
Of the Fuck My Work Life podcast, where we read your workplace stories. And what do we do?
Riff.
That's right. Okay, so before we get into those stories and whatnot, there's Ghost. Hi, Ghost.
We have a special guest today.
Welcome, Ghost. What would you like to say? Oh, he's going to come take a seat next to us.
Yep.
Would you like the microphone, sir?
No, I just want to judge.
Yeah. So we drink because we work.
That is right.
You've already stated what you're drinking, but tell us again what you're drinking, Jay.
I'm having some cheap ass Bloody Marys.
Why are they cheap ass?
Well, it's the Mr. and Mrs. T Bloody Mary mix, the spicy Bloody Mary mix, because the liquor store I went to, it's the only one they had that was spicy. And I guess I could have gotten a better Bloody Mary mix and added hot sauce and stuff to it, but I didn't feel like doing that. I just want to put vodka and this in a glass with ice, mix it, and drink it.
Did you throw a celery stick in there?
I didn't throw shit in there.
You didn't have a tiny burger and like a whole chicken on top of it?
Bacon. No, that's too much.
It's the poor man's Bloody Mary. Is it good?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it makes the vodka go in my system, so
did it fill your craving for a Bloody Mary?
Yeah, it did. I think I might add pepper, like a little pepper to the next one that I make. Just because, you know, a lot of the good ones you have like the chunks of
pepper and I only like spicy Bloody Marys. I don't want a non-spicy Bloody Mary.
No, I don't really like the non-spicy ones. It's like eating tomato soup with vodka. It's just weird.
You know what you could do? We have those like pickled jalapenos in there, or even the pepperoncinis. You can put a little of that juice in there. That would probably be really good.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, I could do that.
So you can totally fancy up your poor man.
And that's the whole thing. Is I don't want to go to all that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that much trouble, but I don't want to go to any sort of trouble at all. It was trouble enough for me to go to the store and get the shit.
Right. Because it is Sunday.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
We were going to re-record yesterday, and then
then we fucking ate. We made homemade Western bacon cheeseburgers, and as soon as we got done eating, we were both like,
nope.
No fucking way. We're recording.
We're just going to lay on the couch.
It took me about an hour to go, okay, I'm ready for bed.
Yeah. So it's Sunday that we're recording. I am drinking still the same concoction I made Friday night, because I made a pitcher of the frozen margaritas with the jalapeno limeade, triple sec tequila, and I put some of it in the freezer. And so I'm still drinking that today.
Yeah. So by the end of this podcast, you might be pretty shitty.
Maybe.
Because it only took you like 2, and you were pretty fucked up.
Well, I only have 1 left. It's like a decent little size glass, but I don't think I'm going to get as fucked up as I did Friday night. Especially because I went and had margaritas yesterday, too, with my friend. And we made Kelly, the nerdy bartender, that's what she calls herself, from the Drunk Theory podcast. We used her strawberry jalapeno sriracha margarita recipe. It was so good. Yeah. I might have to do that again because it was fresh.
No barbecue sauce?
No barbecue sauce.
Okay.
So I'm drinking margaritas, Jay's drinking Bloody Marys, and we drink because we work.
Yep.
So if you want to share...
We drink because we have to go back to work tomorrow.
No, shush. Let's not think about that right now.
Yeah.
So hashtag we drink because we work. If you want to share what you're drinking.
We've been sharing... Give us some suggestions.
Yeah. Definitely give us suggestions for beers, drink recipes, and what have you.
Yes.
And we share those if people share what they're drinking, I've been sharing those on our Instagram. So it's a good, fun time for everyone.
It is.
Okay, anything else exciting happening in our world this week?
We recently joined TikTok.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kay's already addicted.
God, I did not want any part of that for so long.
It's like a funner Instagram.
Well, for one, I felt like I'm just too old for this shit. But then I was like, we should probably like secure our podcast name on all the platforms. So I'm just going to get us a TikTok for our, I don't know what we will do with it as far as the podcast is concerned. And then fucking 3 hours later yesterday, after scrolling through TikTok, like, holy fuck, it sucks you in. But there's so many funny videos. Like, people are just insanely fucking funny and creative. And
and that's my whole thing with TikTok. Like, I enjoy just scrolling through and seeing all the funny shit. There is some stupid shit on there, but I enjoy scrolling through, seeing the funny shit. But I have a TikTok, but I haven't posted anything, and I don't think I ever will post anything. Who knows? I definitely,
I would like to figure out how we could, kind of
use
promote
it as a platform for the podcast.
Yeah, promote the podcast on there. So if you guys have any ideas, funny videos you'd like to see of us, we will incognito ourselves. Somehow, but
we can figure that out.
Until we're so ridiculously famous with this podcast that we can just reveal our true selves because it won't matter anymore.
Like, none of you will matter after that because we'll be like so fucking famous. And like, people will pay me, and then I will go on TikTok and I'll show one of my nipples, kind of, so it doesn't get taken down.
Oh my god!
And we will fucking get paid. Oh my god! And then I'll go into porn.
Oh well, okay. You've got everything planned out. It sounds like. Yeah. So I guess that was the highlight of our week.
Yep.
We joined TikTok.
Yep.
Woohoo! Okay, so the theme of this episode today is, so you had a bad day.
Yep.
Everybody's had a bad day at work at some point.
Yeah.
Can you recall a particularly bad day at work?
I could Friday, but I can't now.
Okay.
I don't remember. I was fucking drunk.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's been multiple bad days at work. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Like, the only ones I can really think of are just heartbreaking on other people's accounts, and I don't really want to, like, bring the podcast down.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I've had, it's work. You're going to have a shit day.
Yeah.
But I can't think of any personal experiences of the moment.
I've been sent to HR a couple times.
Yeah.
Those are...
You have.
Honestly, those aren't even bad days for me. Like, I just don't care.
I feel like you kind of enjoy it.
No, I don't enjoy it, but people are so sensitive and touchy nowadays that when they send, like, the last time I went to HR was for some fucking bullshit. And after being in there for like 30 seconds, I just looked at the HR lady and I was like, so am I losing my job for this, or are we just talking about it?
Yeah.
Get to the fucking point. Don't bring me in here and try to scare me.
She's just doing her job.
How I'm such a bad boy.
Yeah. She's just doing what
Naughty
she's supposed
boy.
to do.
Yeah.
Jay likes to stir shit up.
No, I don't.
If you haven't noticed.
Well, yeah, I do. But sometimes I'm not even trying to stir shit up. People just, you say one thing and they get what's the word now? Triggered.
Yeah.
I'm triggered.
Okay. I feel like we should be sensitive to people's needs, but there is a point where it gets insane. I'm racking my brain trying to think of like a bad day at work. Again, my memory issues.
Oh, I have one.
Okay.
We used to have potlucks at work where everyone would bring in food. And one of my friends had, not recently, but within the last year and a half, before this potluck, had passed away. And his favorite thing to bring to work was his like spicy nacho cheese. So he would get like a can of Rotel tomatoes, a can of diced jalapenos, and then, at Smart and Final, they sell like the 5-pound cans of nacho cheese, and he would get 2 of those.
Nacho cheese product.
Yes, nacho cheese product. Yes, it's basically like saran wrap with food coloring in a little dairy.
Yeah.
But he would put that all in a crock pot, mix it up, warm it up, bring in tortilla chips, and that's what they would bring. Well, I did this kind of like in honor of him.
Right.
In honor of him, I did this nacho cheese, and everyone loved it. But some of the people we work with should have never been let out of fucking kindergarten because they can't take care of shit. They can't take care of themselves. They can't clean up after themselves. So I went in towards the middle of the day, and these poor people were sitting at a table, and I walk in, and there's fucking nacho cheese splattered across the wall, dripped all over the outside of my crock pot, dripped all over the microwave it was on. Even the table that the microwave was on had fucking nacho cheese all over it.
And that stuff hardens like fucking cement.
Yeah. And I walked in, and these poor people were sitting at this table, and all of them were eating nacho cheese. I know it wasn't them who made the mess because this shit had been there for a while.
Yeah.
And I was like, those of you who know me, I don't fucking care. I don't hold back. I walked in and I was like, what the fuck? We work with fucking children. Look at my shit. Like, it took me so long to clean everything up, and they felt so bad. They all jumped up and started helping me clean it off the walls and clean it. And I told them, like, I know it's not you. You don't have to do this. I can clean it up. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And I basically spent half an hour in the break room with my fucking crock pot, scrubbing the dried nacho concrete off of the outside. And it was, I'm sure, that break room no longer exists.
It doesn't exist?
No.
Oh.
No, this was when the break room was right outside of your room.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It was that break room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, one of the good things for me with this whole pandemic and the new work rules are no potlucks. So they were just disgusting. You'd go into the room where their food is, and there's just food everywhere, just savages. And ugh,
I miss them.
I don't miss them. But I know you were like the potluck king, so.
Well, the self-proclaimed
yes.
potluck king. But,
you like to feed the masses.
Well, anytime I would cook, it was gone by 9 o'clock.
Yeah. And then everyone else would just buy cheap cookies or chips, and you would spend a shit ton of money and a lot of time making this amazing dish.
Sometimes I would spend a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And then when it was people wanted me to cook this, I forget who it was. Someone gave me a little shoebox, and it was the potluck fund, because some of the stuff I make is $60-$70 for me to make it.
Yeah.
And when people would say, "Oh, we're having a potluck, are you going to make this?" and I would just hold up the shoebox
if you're going to contribute,
put money in the shoebox, I'll make it, but I'm not going to spend my money making it.
Yeah, but then they figured, oh, well, I contributed. I don't have to bring anything.
Yeah, there's also that.
I'll bring some plastic forks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll bring paper towels from the
bathroom. Yeah.
But that was a bad day. That day.
Yeah.
I think I was pissed for the rest of the day.
You were pretty upset. I remember that.
Yeah.
Because it was
fucking animals.
It was in memoriam nacho cheese.
Yeah. And then it's fucking Cartman from South Park got into the fucking nacho cheese and just.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, another thing before we get into our stories.
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking last episode about what to call our listeners. We feel like they should have a name.
Yes.
We were playing around with managers, which is okay. It's not my favorite, but that's an option. And then
my sister gave us the suggestion of supervisors.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, we could call them stupidvisors.
Yeah, stupidvisors if they aren't sending us in stories. Stupidvisors.
That's right.
So we've got managers, we've got supervisors, and then the lovely chaps at Chat Smash suggested lifers.
Lifers,
yes. Because life is in the name of our podcast, and when somebody someone's going to be working at that company until they retire or die, you kind of call them lifers. Oh, they're a lifer. So we've got that one. And then I had this suggestion the other night, kind of jokingly, but I think you kind of really like this one.
I like it. It is also in our name.
It's also in our name.
It's not workers.
Not workers. We already have lifers.
It's fuckers.
Yeah. We can call you guys our fuckers.
Yeah.
Welcome back, fuckers.
We should have a poll.
Yeah, we're going to put a poll up.
Yeah.
We will do a poll on Instagram and on Twitter. We'll put those up on Wednesday when this episode comes out. Hopefully this episode comes out on Wednesday unless the recording gets deleted again.
Yeah.
And then
if it does, then we're just not doing the podcast anymore.
Yeah, ever again.
Ever.
So we'll put that poll up. So we've got managers, supervisors, lifers, and fuckers. So if you guys want to chime in on what you would like to be referred to as, vote in our polls.
Vote, fuckers.
In our polls. So do we want to get into some bad day at work stories from our listeners?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it.
Shall I go first?
Okay.
Alrighty then. My first story is called It's Gonna Be a Bad Day.
Oh, that's suiting. Suiting?
Yes, it is.
Suiting?
Suiting.
Is that right?
Fitting.
Fitting.
Suiting.
Suiting. Sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls. Yes. I used to work as a carpet cleaner in upstate New York. And that job, in and of itself, is tough, hard work. Do you agree? Would you be a carpet cleaner?
Me?
Would you take that out of your mouth and answer?
So I was trying to drink my margarita, fucker.
Okay, I'll start over. I used to work as a carpet cleaner in upstate New York. And that job, in and of itself, is tough, hard work. But this one client took the cake. I knew it was going to be a bad day if I heard the name Debbie E.
Ew, Debbie.
Ew.
Karen's younger sister.
This lady lived with her family in a ranch-style home with 3 dogs and 2 cats. Pets that she never let outside. That's fucking disgusting. I mean, we don't just let our dogs out or let our cats out, but
we take
the dogs
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This lady would just let them go to the bathroom on the carpet and call us every 3 months when it became unbearable, in quotations. And I can only imagine, how long it takes, over time. You know, it's kind of like doing drugs. You build up an immunity to it. So she's probably built up an immunity to the smell.
Well, my question is she doing any sort of cleaning up of this, or is there just
I'm gonna say no.
Shit and piss everywhere? And also, at some point, it doesn't matter what kind of carpet cleaner you get. That shit's not coming out.
No, that shit seeps into concrete under carpet, you know?
I can't even, I just want to puke thinking about that.
But, y'all, when I say I have a pretty strong stomach, this was my kryptonite. I dry heaved every single time.
Yeah.
I would have just fucking puked on the woman.
I would have been like,
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not coming, you dumb bitch. Oh.
There are no words for the stench. On top of that, her grown son would walk around in his whitey-tighties the entire time, and she would ask me to do some repair every single time I was there, way outside the bounds of my job and propriety. I still wake up in a cold sweat thinking of that stink.
There's some deep-rooted psychological issues happening in that household.
Yeah.
If you can just be straight up comfortable walking around strangers in your fucking underwear.
Yeah.
And you aren't cleaning up after your pets. Yeah. Oh, God. It just reminds me of that show, Hoarders.
I know.
It's like a train wreck. It's I can't stop watching it, but the whole time I have so much anxiety.
Yeah.
Just
and my mouth is open.
Yeah.
Staring at the TV what the fuck?
Yeah.
The one we watched where you opened the front door of this woman's house and you have to climb over shit to get through the doorway. And
there was a foot at the top of the doorway.
Fucking climb you had to make over just random shit.
And then let's start a Hoarders podcast.
No shit.
We can just go through the episodes of Hoarders.
Yeah.
That's gotta exist already.
I'm sure it does.
But then wasn't that the same woman who their plumbing hadn't worked forever and they were just basically just shitting in the toilet and not even really flush
or going outside.
God. Why do people live they had a house too, a nice fucking house.
Yeah, it was 2-story.
That's what pisses me off. It's I can't afford a fucking house, and these people that can, and then they do that to it. But I know,
Motherfuckers.
again, it's a very deep psychological issue, but still.
Yeah, but still, you think about it, like in the wild, if you were born like that,
You'd be
and
eaten.
you were like a cougar, mommy would eat you. Like they would just, you're done. You're not allowed to grow.
Or you would become the king of the wilderness because nobody wanted to get anywhere fucking near you.
Like, anywho,
drink.
should we take a pause?
Well, I'm afraid to pause because that's how we lost our shit last time, but let's try it.
Well, no. Just let it go. I'll make my drink and you can cut that part out. All right, we're back.
That's right.
I fancied up my my Bloody Mary this time.
What'd you put in it?
Pepper.
Oh. Super fancy.
Fucking, like, look, it's as fancy as I can get.
Yeah. I added a little more tequila to my slushie because
oh shit.
I think the only thing I was able to drink because it was so frozen was the tequila, so that all that was left was just the slushy part.
All right.
Okay, do we want to get into our second story?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This story is called The Perm. I was a hairstylist for a few years in my mid-20s. I actually loved my job and probably would have continued doing it for a long time if I hadn't moved to a state with different licensing requirements. I liked everyone I worked with and had a lot of fun meeting new people and getting to be creative at work. I didn't have too many bad experiences, but of course, when you're dealing with customers, you're bound to have a few. One that stands out to me in particular is this woman who would come in once a month or so for a perm, which if you don't know, is way too often. She was maybe 35 or 40, and for coming in as often as she did, she never chose a favorite stylist. So she would always just walk in, and whichever stylist wasn't busy and was at the top of the walk-in list would get her. One day, she came in for her monthly perm. All other stylists breathed a sigh of relief as they saw it was not their turn. It was mine. I was not very experienced at that point. I took one look at her hair, which was fried and frizzy from perm after perm, and my heart sank. I pulled my manager aside to discuss the situation, because a perm can literally melt your hair off if you do it wrong or too often.
I wonder how long ago this was. You don't see many perm, like you do with like older women.
Yeah.
You know, with blue hair and shit.
Yeah, that
where they try to do it themselves.
The old lady helmet, we used to call it. Every time my mom is like, "Should I cut my hair?" I was like, "Don't get the old lady helmet, Mom.
If
don't
that
do
shit comes out blue."
Yeah, I don't know how long ago this was, but yeah, you don't really see, like, I don't even know, do people still do perms?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder if you walked into like a place that does hair nowadays and asked for a perm, how many people would actually know how to do it,
right?
Or have done it before.
Yeah, they probably learned how to do it in school and then just never did it again. Unless, like you said, like, I feel like the older ladies probably still do it.
I want my hair like that.
I want a nice helmet. Make sure you spray it with lots of Aquanet. Where was I? I pulled my manager aside to discuss the situation because a perm can literally melt your hair off if you do it wrong or too often. She said it was fine and to go ahead and do it, but to have her sign a waiver in case anything happened. Gulp.
You know.
God damn. You have to sign a waiver.
You chose a fucked up hairstyle if they're like, we're going to need you to sign a waiver. That's like some shit you sign when you fucking go skydiving.
Right.
You know?
I think it's funny that they had like waivers available.
Yeah, no shit. Well, they probably just ran out their receipt machine and fucking wrote some shit down.
I hereby declare, I will not.
I do declare.
I will not sue this salon if all of my hair melts off my head. I did the perm, which was an anxious few hours for me. The whole time I was just waiting for her hair to melt right off the perm rods because, again, this is such a bad idea. Nothing major happened, although of course it looked terrible, but that's how she liked it, I guess. When it came time for her to pay, she handed me her credit card and oh so generously tipped me $1 on a $65 perm on a credit card, so I got to pay taxes on that dollar too.
Fucking
bitch.
A. There you go.
What a douche nozzle.
Yeah, and are tips taxed like income, or are they taxed like we get our bonuses taxed?
You are supposed to claim your tips on your taxes.
Yes.
If they're cash, but I feel like most people lie about that if they get tips, but this was on the credit card. So I think anytime you pay with the credit card, all that shit's automatically taxed. Yeah. So.
What a cunt.
What a bitch.
Okay, so not really off topic, but we're talking about like who gets perms. Do you remember in the 80s when men would get perms?
Yeah, ooh. Yeah, they wanted to look like the Brady dad.
Oh, really?
I feel like it was more like 70s, early
Early
80s.
80s. Yeah, I remember being a little kid and my dad would get perms.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he had like the bouffant fucking perm.
Wow.
And then yeah, as I got older, like towards like 10, like late 80s, he just had like still bouffant, but brushed back to where it would like
Poof
almost
up.
like a pompadour, but
Oh my
not
God.
not like oily and slickery like a pompadour.
Slickery?
Just it looked like it was kind of hairsprayed that way,
Yeah.
like
Jesus.
fucking A. And do you remember the softball shorts that dads would wear?
So like the
you
white
grew up,
piping.
You grew up in California. I grew up in Louisiana, so it may have been different, like the styles. But my
Probably
dad
not
used to
much.
wear these, we called them softball shorts.
Yeah.
They were like shorts. They were basically like the shorts you see girls wearing now, where it's like,
Did you forget to put pants on?
yeah, like maybe an inch below their fucking crotch area.
Yeah.
Yeah. He used to wear those.
My dad wore short shorts.
With t-shirts tucked into them.
Mm.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The 80s
The
were
80s
the
had to
best.
be
Did
the
he have...
worst fucking style era ever.
For men, yes. Not for women. I love...
What, jean jackets and fucking warm-ups, like the leg warmers and shit?
That's a very small part of what it was. I liked the like Madonna, Cyndi Lauper, punk rock, layered tulle, torn up tights.
Yeah, that was great.
I liked it. Off the shoulder sweaters.
Oh my God.
Crimped hair. No, my dad wore some short shorts in the 80s. He had like the corduroy OP short shorts. Good times, Dad.
Yeah.
I know you're listening.
Man, am I glad I was a kid then. Because whatever I wore, it wasn't my fucking fault.
Yeah. I don't know. I looked pretty cute when I was a kid. I see pictures and I was like, yeah, oh, pretty cute. My mom would make, because I had 2 older brothers, she would get fabric and make us all matching clothing. So when we'd have an outing, like
Your poor brothers.
my mom and dad and brothers would all have like this patterned shirt and I'd have like a little sundress all in the same material. And like we were just, that cheesy ass 80s family. It was good times. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. We were just like hand-me-downs and thrift stores. I mean, there was fucking, 5, 6 kids
Oy.
when we were younger.
That's a lot of kids.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you want to get into the next story?
Yeah, definitely. So the next story is called Preschool Bad Parents. I have a work story
You fuckers.
What?
It sounded like you're going to be like, I have a work story, you fuckers.
I have a work story, you fuckers.
I guess they can call us fuckers, too. We can all call each other fuckers.
Yeah.
If that's what wins the poll.
If that's what wins the poll. Which, if it doesn't, we're probably just going to make an executive decision. And actually, no. We'll miscount the votes.
Voter fraud.
Oh, yeah, voter fraud. More people voted than what are actually registered to vote.
Dead people were voting for what they wanted to be called.
Yeah. I have a work story, you fucking A. I cannot. This is like a tongue twister. Hold on, I need more vodka.
I have a work story for you, fuckers.
I have a work story for you from when I worked as a marketing manager at a preschool. As the only guy that used to work at the school, my job was marketing and everything else.
Ladies and
If
gentlemen.
something broke, if someone needed help, if a toilet clogged, I was the first and only call. I also happened to be the closer for the school.
The closer?
Closer.
Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest, Sam Elliott.
On this particular evening, a mom came in and used the bathroom. She was one of the last to pick up, so I was waiting for her to pick her little fucking rummions up and leave.
Are we taking liberties with the story?
All right, fine. She was one of the last to pick up, so I was waiting for her to pick up her child to leave. I don't see how what I said was any different. Well, she was taking an extra long time on the shitter. Finally, she came out and speed walked to the back, scooped up her child, and left in a hurry. And I knew she shit herself. I thought, no big deal. Just take a bath when you get home. Until I walked around the corner to take a size to... Shit! Fine, I'll start back over.
There are definitely a lot of liberties taken with this story.
Well, she was taking an extra long time. Finally, she came out and speed walked to the back, scooped up her child, and left in a hurry. I thought, no big deal, until I walked around the corner to a lake-sized puddle of water. I curse as I go to find out the issue, and the closing teacher stopped me and told me that the parents had said to her, I clogged the toilet with my tampon.
With your what?
Don't tell Jeremy.
I'm sorry, you clogged it with your what?
Tampon.
Tampon?
Yeah, tampon.
Okay.
You know, the cooter plugger.
Oh my God.
Don't tell Jeremy. Don't tell Jeremy. Like I was just going to gloss over the lake. So instead of closing, I got to clean up that monster's leavings. That's disgusting. I would never touch that shit.
That is a bad day at work. Bad day at work.
Oh, and on top of that, kids used to smear poop all over the walls in the kids' bathroom, the little sons of bitches. It was a real treat. Happy to be moved on from that phase of my life.
Kids are disgusting.
They're the fucking devil, I tell you what. Fucking goddamn devil.
That's right. Well, thank you for joining us, Sam Elliott.
All right, I gotta go now.
We
Bye.
appreciate you.
I'm gonna give the mic back to Jay. All right, thanks, Sam. See you later. Fuck off,
Wow.
you fuckers.
Wow,
All right, well then. Okay.
We are so popular to have amazing character actor Sam Elliott join us on our little
and read
podcast.
one of our stories. He did pretty good.
Yeah, good job, Sam.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't think he could read.
How do you think he memorizes all his lines?
Well, I mean, I don't know. So I figured someone like dictated his lines to him.
Dictate.
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 I figured someone dictated his lines to him.
Wow. That seems harsh.
Hey, can you dictate these to me? I need to get them memorized by tomorrow. Tomorrow.
I'm almost done with my margarita. I might have to grab a beer. Okay, now I have beer.
All right.
Now I've got another one from Slow Brew. I haven't tried this one yet. It is the POG, Tropical POG Hefeweizen.
Pineapple, orange, grapefruit.
Passion orange guava.
That was a good guess.
Yeah. Passion, right? Passion.
I have no idea.
Yeah, whatever. Passion orange
Whatever,
guava.
it's fucking beer.
It's burr.
It's beer.
All right, so my second story?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. This one is lovingly titled Boobs.
Yeah. Titties.
Spelled
Tank.
B-E-W-B-S. Boobs.
Oh, boobs.
Boobs. No.
Oh, okay.
No, just boobs. Anyway, my husband decided to go to advanced school abroad, and I got a job at a fashion college nearby his school. The fashion college had a clothing archive, and that's where I worked. The ladies in the archive department were about to put on their first clothing exhibit, but had little funds and had to use cheap styrofoam mannequins for display. As well as handling cataloging the clothing and working on their website, they wanted me to use my sculpting skills to carve the styrofoam to fit each vintage garment. The mannequins had fabric covers and padding as well. They told me this in the interview, and I showed up for work the next day completely in professional dress, as I had for my interview, right down to pantyhose. I wish I hadn't in hindsight. What the curator didn't tell me is that they had a dress that was super tiny, and they decided to make a mold of my upper body for it. I'm short and petite, so when I strolled in, they had their break room covered in paper for privacy, rolls of plaster-embedded bandages, and a stool for me to sit on. I feel like that'd be something that they would let you know ahead of time.
Yeah.
Instead of just, oh, hey, welcome, we're gonna sculpt you.
Yeah, that's,
It's a little odd.
Yeah.
I was very confused and also afraid to say no because I really needed the job. So I took off my top and bra, as well as pantyhose and skirt, so they could wrap a sheet around my waist. It's really awkward to have ladies you've just met touch your breast and tell you how beautiful they are.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know. I'd kind of be flattered.
Yeah, me too.
Nice boobs. Anyway, one of the ladies was kind of sloppy with the plaster drips in the back. When they cut the mold off me, it seemed to be stuck to something under the sheet. My thong underwear. That's what it was stuck to. The plaster had permanently sealed itself to my thong. The assistant curator had to cut my underwear off as I now stood naked in front of them, and the curator lamented that my husband might not let me come back to work. He thought it was hilarious, by the way. I ended up having to go home after that with sticky plaster all over me and without underwear under my short skirt. The bus ride home was interesting. Did I mention it was a windy day? So that was my first day of work at Fashion College.
Yay.
That just seems like super, super invasive for
a first day at fucking work.
Day.
Like, oh, did you see who applied yesterday? Yeah, we're going to totally fucking get this one.
Well, she was the perfect size for that vintage dress we want to model, so let's hire her.
Let's hire her and make her get naked and then stick something to her underwear so she has to take that off too. And then I'll meet you in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's a little too much.
Yeah.
I mean,
what did it pay though?
I don't know.
If it was like $10 an hour, I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah, but it's like she had to move to this place with her husband, so I'm sure getting any job and keeping it was important. And also, who knows how old they were at that time. Yeah, but
there's limits, right?
I mean, yes, but I feel like it takes people a long time in life to be like, yeah, I'm not cool with this.
Yeah, they're not supposed to put their fingers in there on the first day.
There were no fingers happening. Yeah, that's just weird. I don't know.
Yeah, that's really fucking weird.
Was that it? Was that our last story?
That's our last story.
Oh, wow. We also have this article of how to bounce back. 5 ways to bounce back from a bad day at work.
Yes.
So, I'm sure any of you fuckers listening,
we're already calling them fuckers.
Or lifers or managers or supervisors have had a bad day at work. So I found an article on Huffington Post about how to bounce back from a bad day at work. So we're going to go over some of those. And maybe this can teach you some life tools to use when you face some hard times at work.
I agree.
Okay, so number 1, don't take it personally. Fuck off.
Dumbest shit I've ever heard.
This says, bad days at work can be caused by a number of things, but if your bad day was set off by someone else's negativity, don't take it personally. I mean, I feel like a lot of days it's my own negativity.
What if it is personally?
Right?
What if it's personal, though?
Well, don't take it that way. If someone else was angry, upset, or stressed, or just plain mean, it's important that you not internalize their actions or behavior. That's what the article says.
Post.
Communicate how you feel. Yeah, fucking right.
Yeah, right.
Hey, boss, I think you're a dick.
Exactly.
Okay, I don't have a job anymore. Great,
thank you.
I
wouldn't mind walking around with one shoe because the other is up your ass.
I feel like I'm not comfortable getting naked in front of you on my first day of work.
Well, thank you for telling me I have a great set.
Yeah.
But
I've
been here for 1 hour, so I have now made $10, and you're touching me.
Yeah. Number 2, shake it off and don't take it home. Also,
bullshit.
Fuck you. When work sucks, it's all too easy to bring our stress and unhappiness home with us. To shake off a bad day, leave work at work. Try to establish an end of the workday routine that helps signal the official end of the day.
I feel like this should be one of those videos that they showed new recruits, going into them, those stupid fucking videos that, or even not even new recruits, new employees, those lame ass fucking stupid videos that they would show.
This reminds me of just an after school special bullshit, toxic positivity stuff. I mean, I get it. My friend and I, as we walk to our cars every day, and we're usually bitching the whole way to our cars about the day, and then we get to our cars, we're like, okay, we're on vacation now until tomorrow morning, so let's not think about it anymore. It helps a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, do something that makes you feel great. Jay, what do you do that makes you feel great after a hard day at work?
Drink.
Anything else more productive?
I work in my garage sometimes.
Yeah.
Welding, painting.
Do man stuff.
Yep.
Not that women can't weld and paint.
They can.
It's mainly because you're a man.
Yes.
And you do it.
Yep.
I do yoga.
Yep. And crochet.
Yeah, I haven't crocheted.
And watch TV.
Yeah, mostly just watch TV. I've been back on my daily yoga routine, though.
That's good.
I got off it for like a month.
Oh, yeah, you had to.
Because of my hip.
Your hips.
Because I'm so old, I'm having hip issues now.
I don't like it.
Which actually they said was probably because of the
my
vaccine.
Ass hurts.
Yeah, it was like my hip.
Oh, are you a walking magnet now?
Oh yeah, did you want to see this
too.
key stick to my chest?
Yeah,
oh my god,
fucking oily.
You want to see this brass key stick to my magnetized blood?
I told you about the one that I saw, right? Where this guy, like, he made a video where he was sticking like a fridge magnet to his arm.
Is that the one that did the baby powder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then someone was like, rub some fucking baby powder on that shit, you dirty fuck, and see if it sticks in. He's like, oh, you want to see? You want to see? And he rubs baby powder on it, and the magnet just keeps falling. Yeah. And he was like, maybe I should shower.
Yeah.
It's just like,
well, even clean people, we have oils in our skin that if there's a flat surface, something's gonna fucking stick to it.
Yeah. The best is like the people who are the opposite. So they don't think that they put a magnet in your arm, or no, they don't think that a magnet can stick to your arm because they put a chip in there. They think they put a magnet in your arm, so everything sticks to it. And they'll take like a brass fucking piece of metal and be like, see, it sticks.
Yeah.
And it's not it's not magnetic.
Right.
Like nothing, listen up people, nothing is magnetic but mild steel. To all of your fridge magnets and shit, mild steel. Mild steel is corrosive to us. So when you buy those cheap ass rings at the swap meet and your fucking finger turns green, it's because it's mild steel. Stainless steel is not magnetic. Gold is not magnetic. Silver is not magnetic. Brass is not magnetic. These are all non-corrosive materials that they would make microchips out of, you dumb fucks. They don't make them out of mild steel, which is, unless you get a specific magnet that is made to stick to other metals, your fridge magnets stick to mild steel. Okay.
This has been Jay's TED Talk.
Oh
Thank
my
you
God.
for joining us.
For like a month now, I see these fuck faces on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and shit sticking fucking fridge magnets to their arm, being like, see, you have the fucking vaccine. You got the fucking vaccine, and then they put a microchip in you. And it's like, you fucking idiots.
Even if the microchip was made out of something magnetic, it would be so fucking tiny that even a fridge magnet, if it could fit in the needle of a fucking syringe, you moron.
Yeah.
A fridge magnet is not gonna stick to it.
So
what?
I'm sure not many people have ever done this, but when I work with metal, sometimes I get little metal shavings that get into my skin. Mm-hmm. And after a couple of hours, there's like a red mark. It's like a splinter.
Your skin?
Yeah, it irritates. And then there's like a little bit of pus that you can squeeze out of there until you get that little metal shaving out.
Ew.
If they put a corrosive mild steel in your arm within a day, at least.
Your body would reject it.
At least within a day. Your body would be rejecting it. And you would have pus coming out of your fucking arm and a big red mark. Anyway, we need to, don't we have something else we can talk about?
Well, we're still going.
I fucking hate people. And especially stupid people.
We're going through our list. Number 4.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Which we just went through. Vent or rant if you need to.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, of course, sometimes you just need to vent or rant. And that's okay. Get it all out, but put a time limit on the complaint session. Moan or whine for 10 minutes, then be done, move on, and do something that makes you happy.
Yes.
That's another thing.
Yeah, but venting and ranting makes me happy.
Well, then,
what the fuck?
Then you are killing 2 birds with 1 stone?
That's right.
Are you going somewhere?
No.
Oh.
My ears are hot.
Oh.
I was just
you were ranting.
I was really fucking getting into it.
Angry. So again, my friend and I, who I said we rant a lot.
Yeah.
And we will be ranting, and then one of us, usually my friend, will be like, okay, let's say something positive. Try to like break us out of it, because otherwise we will just go for fucking ever, and then we have to think of something like positive in our life, and it kind of helps break that cycle of ranting, which is good, because ranting is good, but too much ranting is
toxic.
bad on your psyche.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I really like this glass. It's nice. I'm saying something positive.
Okay.
Because I'm still kind of pissed off.
Okay.
It says craft is king, and the other side is Mother Earth, which is a brewing company that we used to go to a lot and love.
Yeah.
And I like my glass.
Yeah. And you like what's in your glass, I'm assuming?
Yes, I do.
Your cheap ass Bloody Mary with pepper. All right. So the last one. Number 5, evaluate what happened. Hopefully, one or more of these strategies can help you bounce back after a bad day at work. But before you move on and put everything behind you, take a moment to reflect on what didn't go so great. If you can evaluate what went wrong, you can better understand how to avoid doing the same thing in the future.
Yeah. I mean,
don't go to work. That's how I avoid.
I get it, but that one should have come before vent, rant, and then move on.
Yeah, because I feel like the evaluation could get rid of the
yeah.
ranting part of it,
Well,
maybe.
the evaluation, like you can evaluate it, see how you can move on from it, and then rant about it afterwards, and then completely move on. But I feel like if you rant and then evaluate it, you're just going to want to rant again.
Right.
And then you're going to evaluate it after you rant, and then you're going to want to rant again.
Yeah.
And it's going to be that circle.
I do. I love to evaluate things that happen when someone does something and I get really upset.
Yeah.
I like to use my 2 college psychology class courses and evaluate why this person did this certain thing. I am probably 100% wrong, but it makes me feel better of this person's probably going through some shit and they've got these control issues and blah, blah, blah. So
we don't know their whole story.
And then I go back to number 1 as to not take it personally. Oh, look these might be some useful tools.
Yeah.
Even though they sound stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, that was it. That was 5 ways to bounce back from a bad day at work. If any of these stories have inspired you and reminded you of a great story you'd like to share with us, send it in to
definitely
fmwlpod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send it in to definitely.
And we'll get it somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so send in your work stories, please. We are going to try to research and figure out maybe ways to have guests. So you can just come tell your story instead of writing it out.
There's some way we can do
there's
it.
Definitely a way. We just have to figure out with our setup how to do it and how to do it so it doesn't sound like shit.
You haven't let me finish that sentence.
Sorry.
But
Go
it's
ahead.
fine. I was saying, I'm sure there's a way we could do it where we could just plug their feed into our digital mixer so we don't have to record it separately.
Maybe.
I guarantee there's got to be a USB to one of these to where we can plug it into the computer.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, there's got to be YouTube videos on how to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, if you are liking what you are hearing, please rate and review us. I feel like Apple's really the only place that you can do that right now. There is also Podchaser.
Yeah.
So if you like what you're hearing, give us a 5-star review. Leave us a little
note,
little comment. Tell us what you're liking. If you hate it, just stop listening.
Yeah. Also, leave us a love note.
You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and now TikTok. At
FMWL Pod.
That's right.
That's right.
Maybe we will think of some fun things for TikTok, but right now, we're just there.
Yeah, we're just there. I mean, I think you posted one thing. Yeah, you posted more.
I'm trying to post our little teaser videos that I usually put on Instagram and Twitter. I'm just trying to put those there.
I made jambalaya today. We can post pictures of that.
Yeah. Okay, so today's podcast shout-outs. The first one goes to 100 Things We Learned from Film. And these are 2 guys in the UK. One is, I believe, Scottish, and I think the other one is either Irish or English.
Have I listened to that one yet? I know you send me all these podcasts that I should listen to, and I try to check them out.
I don't know if you've listened to this one.
I don't know if I've checked that one out yet.
So basically, each episode, they watch a film beforehand, and they try to pick out 100 things that they learned by watching the film.
That would be hard.
Yeah, so far I think that the most they've gotten is 39.
Yeah.
But it's funny because they just kind of talk through what's happening in the film and along the way pick up little factoids, or they'll see something in the film that makes them go look something else up that they learned, and they keep this like running list throughout the episode. It's very entertaining. I listened to their Mean Girls episode a couple days ago, which was really good and also really sad because fucking Mean Girls came out in 2004.
Yeah, so that's 17 years ago.
Yeah, like when they said that, I was like, no, they must have misspoke. I meant 2014 because that
it was a while ago.
It doesn't seem like it was almost 20 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
So that made me feel old as fuck, but still, the episode was really hilarious. Go check those guys out. 100 Things We Learned from Film.
Yes.
I think they're available on most.
I'll check them out. Sometime this week, I'll check them out.
Yeah, they're available on most podcast platforms. And then the second one is Irish Spirits. So this is 3 Irish folks. One is a bartender, so they have kind of a theme cocktail that the bartender talks about in the beginning, and then one's a historian, and they kind of talk through Irish folklore and stories and kind of sometimes paranormal type things. And it's really interesting, really like well researched. And it's a great podcast to listen to. So that's Irish Spirits. So check those 2 podcasts out. Support indie podcasts because they're doing really great things.
I have one more shout out.
Oh, okay.
Chat Smash.
Always.
Yeah, we love those guys. But unfortunately, they lost a few points.
Uh-oh.
I do not look like motherfucking Rick Moranis, okay? He's like a 5'0", sniveling little nerd. I am a fucking specimen.
To be fair, they have no idea what you look like.
I know. I'm guessing they're, I don't know, because like our artwork has like a cartoon somewhat drawing of us, but it's definitely like my eyes are really fucking buggy in that cartoon. Not that I pay attention to that kind of things, but
our cartoons kind of look like us.
They kind of look like
but
us,
not
but they don't.
Like completely.
But I do wear glasses.
Right. I think they were just going off on the whole Ghostbusters theme.
Yeah, I know.
Of us being such great Ghostbusters that we caught an EVP.
Yeah, but still. I mean, Slimer, anyone. Fucking Rick Moranis, come on.
You could have been Venkman. You could have been whatever the other fuckers' names were in Ghostbusters. Yeah. Well, I was Janine.
Well, I mean, she's like the only chick.
I know.
Who else did you want to be?
I'll take it, though. I'll take Janine. I feel like that should be our Halloween costume this year.
Maybe. Yeah, I'll be Rick Moranis.
Are you the gatekeeper?
How tall is Rick Moranis? He's like fucking like 5'4".
Well, we're just going to have to cut you off at the knees.
Almost a foot off of me.
We'll amputate your legs below the knees. Yeah. And then we'll have our Halloween costume.
We'll have our Halloween costume.
You know, you got to sacrifice for those Halloween costumes. We've had some great Halloween costumes since we've been together. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll blur our faces out and post some of those on our social media.
Yeah, you should totally blur the faces out and post the one of the piñata.
Yeah.
That was the best one. I mean, we won a Halloween costume contest with that one.
My favorite one was when I was the ocean and you were Poseidon.
Yeah, that one was...
You hated that costume.
Well, it was just so much. It was so much, like, the wig, the beard, the fucking, like, muscly shirt, the toga, the flip-flop. Well, I didn't have flip-flops. I had dolphins, and I had a string. I had a rope that I poked holes through the dolphins like I was riding the dolphins. It was just so much. And she was just in, like, a dress and a bunch of makeup.
Excuse me, that dress took me, like, 2 fucking months to make. And
I know.
My makeup was fucking awesome.
Your makeup was awesome. It was.
I know.
But you can take that dress off in 1 minute.
Yeah. Yours had a lot of layers and you were hot.
I was so fucking hot. Because, you know, most people who listen to this, but October is not cool in Southern California.
No.
Like, we're still in the 80s and 90s.
Right.
You know, like, we don't get cool until the middle of November. Right before Thanksgiving, it starts to cool off. Yeah. So I'm walking around and, like, a fucking cotton stuffed muscle shirt, like a
Polyester
and I don't mean
toga.
like muscle shirt like a tank top. I mean like it
Padding.
went all the way down the arms and was like muscles.
Yeah.
Because I'm a scrawny fucker.
Like Rick Moranis?
No, Rick Moranis is a short, pudgy fuck. You know what?
No offense, Rick Moranis.
Fuck you, Rick.
You know he's listening.
Fuck you, Dick.
You know Sam Elliott's got to go tell him to listen to the podcast.
You gotta go listen to this podcast, Rick. They're talking about you.
Yeah, so maybe I'll blur our faces out and I'll post some of our Halloween costumes.
Yeah, you should.
Because I work real hard on those fucking things.
You did.
Last year 2 years ago was pretty good, and it was easy, but it was sweet.
Oh yeah, that was
I was Janet Snakehole, and
Oh,
you
yeah,
were
yeah.
oh shit, what's his name? The FBI agent. Oh fuck.
Holy shit. Burt
Macklin.
Burt Macklin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Burt Macklin from Parks and Recreation.
So we were characters playing characters
yes.
for Halloween. So I forget their actual names. Andy and April.
Yeah, Andy and April
from Parks and Rec.
From Parks and Rec.
Their alter egos. We were them for Halloween, and that one was good.
Yeah, that one was good. And also the steampunk characters. Those were fun too.
That was fun.
I had like the full mask and cane, and you had your
whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do Halloween, right?
Yeah, we do good Halloween costumes.
That's right. So we'll post those for funsies. Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you again for listening. You can find us on all the socials at FMWLpod. Email your work stories to
fmwlpod@gmail.com.
That's right. And thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thanks, guys.
We love you, fuckers.
Love you, fuckers.
Managers, supervisors, lifers, go vote.
I don't look like Rick Moranis.